Hi, I'm Wally Hauck, and on behalf of Communico, I'd like to share with you a key secret. If you want more humanity in the workplace, what could you do right now that would make a big difference? Here's the answer. This key secret is to assume good intentions. Now, there are many factors when you have challenges in the workplace, and so we're not going to talk about those factors at this point. I just want to talk about the importance of assuming good intentions from people. Now, it's a simple idea. Is it easy to do? It may not be easy to do. So if you believe that how a leader thinks will determine behavior, and how that behavior then will determine results, if someone does something to hurt you, what are they thinking? Now, very often, I assert that we've been taught that it's not that they don't have good intentions. And I'm asking you to shift that thinking to that they do have good intentions. One of the key elements that I like to use as a tool is to think of the definition of communication. Here's a definition you can use that will help you with holding this idea that everybody has good intentions. Communication is the response I get. So if I don't get a response that I'm expecting or wanting from someone, it's up to me, using that definition, to change my communication. If I change my communication, I can get a different result. So in other words, this is about a quality interaction. What influence do you have over others to respond to you the way you want them to respond? And if you believe that they always have good intentions, it sets you up for success. Now, you may be proven wrong. Perhaps after a while, you are convinced that they have poor intentions. That's going to show up. So it's not about whether the truth is there yet or not. It's about what you're thinking when you are hurt by somebody or when you are challenged by somebody. And this is especially true when you're dealing with customers, because sometimes customers may get upset and you may have to deal with an upset customer. Is their intention to blame you? Is their intention to be negative? Is their intention to try to get something? If you think of their intentions as being positive, it sets you up to be able to work with them in a much easier way. This just happened to me recently. I had a client who said to me, I want to help. I asked them to help with a project, and they didn't help with the project. In fact, what I got was all kinds of excuses. Well, I'm not sure I can send one of my employees. You realize how difficult a time it is for me to be able to do what you're asking me to do. You realize I only have limited resources and I may not be able to help you. You have to realize, well, all of that was very negative response. So I had to change my way of asking him to brainstorm with what he could do for me, because he was back on his heels a little bit. But his intentions were what? Don't blame me if I can't fulfill the perfect thing that you're looking for. So it gave me an opportunity to negotiate with him, and that's exactly what I did. I'm asking you to think about negotiating, but start with the idea that they have good intentions. If you do that, your ability to create and influence humanity in the workplace will zoom to the top, and that's what we want. Thanks so much for listening.